Welcome back. So I recently picked up the Xperia 1 Mark III, and a common question people have is how does it compare to last year's Xperia 1 Mark II? Is it worth the upgrade? Let's find out. I've been using the Xperia 1 Mark II for about a year now, and it's still a great smartphone in 2021. But there are a few reasons to upgrade. And in this video, I'll cover my top 5, with the last 2 being the most important. First, let's start with the screen. It's awesome. The refresh rate of 120 Hz makes the phone feel fast, and there's no noticeable loss in 4K quality compared to last year's 1 Mark II. This is probably the best display on any mainstream smartphone today. And it still has the great color options like creator mode, which I use all the time and I wish other companies gave us. This next one surprised me. The audio quality coming from the speakers is noticeably better than the Xperia 1 Mark II. There's better separation and there's a nice surround effect even if you're just playing normal stereo audio. Now it still doesn't get as loud as the competition, but that's fine with me because I prefer quality. I find myself using headphones less with the Mark III than I did with the Mark II. Now, let's talk cameras. The first one is small, literally. I love the new shutter button. It's wider and the texture makes it much more reliable to press. The old one I found was a bit too thin and needed a case for really the optimal experience. A trick that I use with the button is to put the tip of my nail in the texture of the button for a more precise press. Next, the telephoto cameras get a huge upgrade with the 70 and 105mm options. Even if we compare just the 70mm, there is a noticeable improvement. Here is a 70mm shot with the Mark II and the Mark III. With the Mark III, you can clearly see more detail on the back of the sign. And there's even better separation from the background. You can even see that the background blur looks nicer with the Mark III. And the telephoto is actually a good option now for portrait shots with some natural background blur. Just be careful when using it in lower light. Now the last difference is the biggest reason to upgrade, and it's autofocus. The cameras in the 1 Mark II were fast, but only the main wide lens had fast continuous focus. With the 1 Mark III, all 4 focal lengths have the fast AF, and there's even a tracking mode that you can use with all the different focal lengths. These autofocus improvements truly make the Xperia cameras much stronger and easier to use in challenging situations. I have a fun video coming soon where I push the Xperia's autofocus to the limit and compare it to Sony Alpha cameras. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. Also, more to come on how to get the best possible images with Photo Pro and the best videos with Cinema Pro, which I'm recording this video with. Here are the settings if you're curious. Overall, the Xperia 1 Mark III is a bigger leap forward than I had expected. Not only did we get some solid camera improvements, but also some really nice display and audio upgrades. The 1 Mark II is still a great option, and I would pick it up in a heartbeat if you can get a good deal on it. I hope you enjoyed the video and look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye.